Hello there, and welcome to Rob's Base. That's it. No, okay, not really. So, in case you haven't heard, it's Tank Weekend, and if there's one thing that Tank Weekend calls for, it's finally upgrading my last landing craft to max. So I boosted. I'm not gonna lie. I threw on my big boy pants and my big boy underpants at least. And yeah, we're rolling through some real player bases, just blowing things up. I started off nice and easy with Rob. Or would it be ROB? Because like they're all caps, you know? Like, are you down with ROB? Yeah, you know me. Alright, maybe not. Anyways, um, pretty straightforward. Charge through, blow things up, get wins, tralalalalalalal. Base goes down. And like I said, I started low. Some of these bases, man, some of these bases have been sitting on my map for way too long. Like at this point, some of them feel like they've been on my map for like several weeks because just things lately have been pretty darn insane. Getting dogs and dealing with crazy work stuff and just kind of all over the joint. And so yeah, I even though I'm releasing a Doctor T video or whatever the event happens to be for that day, I'm dropping videos on a daily basis. It's basically with every last second that I have available to me, and I haven't really been able to run through and even clear my map. I've been noticing my VP have slowly been dipping, and I was like, oh geez, I gotta do something. Well, we're coming out of retirement. All right, not retirement. We're coming out of whatever that was, and we're gonna kick Star. There's a Star. We're gonna kick Star's butt because that's what you do to Star's base. All right, so the hot pot, freaking awesome. I love it. It like, oh, it's just so good. I was actually approaching it, and I was trying to figure out how am I going to deal with this. And it's kind of nice because while I was going through and doing my clear, a lot of people had the grappler and the hot pot. A lot of people sporting the new stuff. I'm very excited to see that. Especially with Tank Weekend, I'm thinking the grappler. Holy crap! I know I am actually going to build myself up a grappler just because I've got the corner base, and that means no matter how you cut it, you can easily skip past two boom cannons, like if you go front or side or wherever. And I plan on throwing a grappler in and forcing people to engage maybe the side they don't want to engage. We'll see where we can force people to go. It should be kind of fun. Actually, for that matter, not to brag, but I got a defense. Ooh. And it wasn't even someone trying to like give it away and like because every once in a while I get those attacks and I'm just like troll or really really shitty. I always go with they're trolling me. Or they're just like, yes, we will donate some intels and gems to Beardaholic because he makes nice funny videos. Yes. But this guy, like, he was going. It wasn't a donation attack. This was a legit attack, and I made the defense. And I was so happy and so proud, and I'm not gonna let anyone take that from me. But timeout, step back from that. We're attacking boss, and as you can see, I am going all out with this smoky. I'm just like, you know what? Smoky tank this mofo. I don't even care. After Dr. T with the craziness and the smoking and the timing and the things and the stuffs, I was just like, smoke all the tanks everywhere. So that's what I did. I smoked them around the crazy defenses over there, and then I smoked them around some buildings, and then I smoked them in from the very back because I don't know. That's what you do when you're smoking. Maybe I don't know. And honestly, I didn't even have to take out the boom cannons over there. Like from where my tanks are coming in, I'm completely safe. But I was just like, I have so much GBE, blow up all the things. Because if you haven't actually looked down in the video or looked on the forums or anything like that, I have finally broken the 40% GBE barrier. Yes. Oh, so good. I got myself a 41. It's not max, but you know what? I am totally cool with being the king of the one-off max statue people. I got the 41% GBE now, the 34% troop health, 216 guardians for GBE. Like everything is just one off of max, and you know what? I'm good with that. I am totally good with that. I would rather every statue I have be one off of max than having like one at max and then everything else being like mediocre at best. You know what I mean? But anyways, yeah. So that and I also got my first 17% gunboat energy guardian, which is a pretty big deal for me because I know I've been in task forces where guys are like, oh man, another 17% GBE, I gotta scrap this. And I'd just be sitting there just swearing, just like every word in the book, just everything at them. Not because they deserve it, but because I so desperately wanted a 17% gunboat energy. So yes, I have finally gotten the 17%. I feel like a real boy now, you know. I've got arms and legs, and I can move without strings. It's great. I'm also swimming in GBE now. Like, oh man, do I ever wish that I still had my troop damage? Oh, I miss it so. But that's all right. Who knows? Maybe with this extra GBE, I'll be able to do some cool smoking fancy tactics, and hopefully maybe throw out like a video or something of some cool smoky stuff, because with a lot of GBE you can do that kind of thing. My skills aren't quite there, but I can try and I can learn. All I need is another Zooka weekend. If we could have another Zooka weekend, that would be great, okay? Because this tank weekend, as amazeballs as it is, for some reason I keep losing freaking medics instead of tanks. What's up with that? Anyways, so yeah, if we get another Zooka weekend, I'll definitely try putting out some crazy smoky stuff, because, well, why wouldn't I, right? Anyways, back to the tanks. We're taking on Emmett Ray. Also, I don't know if anyone's noticed, but most of the people I am wiping out, well, obviously the first guy was like level 51 or 52. They're all slightly higher level. It's really fun to see that. Also, I've noticed a lot more ice floating around. Like this guy only has the 2 statues, but there's a lot more. Like I know there were a couple attacks where I had like guys with 3 or 4 statues, and I was just like, aw yeah, moving into the big boy ice territory. I don't know. Big boy ice. Yeah, alright, we'll go with it. Why not? Uh, what else are we gonna go with, right? Um, so, anyways, yeah, it's kind of nice to the bases are definitely challenging me a lot more. Like for a long time, I was just rolling through, no losses. Just like if I had a single loss through an entire map clear, I was normally like, "What have I done? Oh my god! I must have fallen asleep on top of the iPad and made some attacks without doing anything." And now I've finally caught up to the point where I'm actually, getting challenged. I'm losing medics every once in a while. I'm losing some tanks every once in a while. It's a good sign, um, and hopefully I'll be able to start crawling up the old GBE a little bit quicker. I'm hoping to try out a few new troop combos. I really want to get in there on some PvP with the like Granks. I feel like they'd be so good. I don't know why. I know I won't be able to do any of my fancy running around, smoking past things type strategies, but that's alright. I'm pretty sure we can still get there. Like, towards the win, at least. Anyways. Um, what else is happening? Alright. So yeah, we get our puppy tomorrow, which is very exciting. And it's also one of the reasons why I have been going so crazy lately, because we have been trying to puppy-proof an entire home. And I don't know, for anyone out there who has not done it, it turns out pretty much every single wire in your house instantly becomes a chew toy. So, yeah, for my house, that's a lot of things. I was like, don't worry about the walls. It just covers up wires. We want all the wires. I call it wire chic. Unfortunately, doesn't cut it when there's a puppy around. Apparently, they like to eat wires. I don't know why. Anyways, so chances are, like in all honesty, probably gonna have some dog yipping in the background. Hope that it's not too bad. Worst case scenario, if I have to, I'll hold the thing on camera while I do this. Who knows? Maybe it'll lead to more hips. I can do some PPAP with a puppy. Puppy PPAP? Would that be PPPPAP? P? Alright. Anyways. So, what else? Where was I? Jumping too much. Confused craziness. It's okay. Right. So, also, for those of you who do not frequent the forums, apparently the global #1, it sounds like his account may have been hacked, or he's turning in his, I don't know, rank card. All of the ice disappeared off of his base. Actually, all the statues altogether, I believe, just kind of were gone, and there was really no explanation. So #1 is sitting there wide open, and there's a lot of speculation as to the possibility of a hack. There's also speculation that, like, he's just kind of packing up shop and gonna call her quits after being #1 for, well, forever. I don't know. When was Bao? I don't even know how to say the name, but I'm gonna assume it's Bao. Biao. All right, whatever. Leo Castro, I can actually pronounce though. So look at this. That's who I'm attacking. But yeah, so I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens, and like if he was legit hacked, if he can get his account back, what's gonna happen with those statues? Like, he had crazy, like, 8 ice. I don't know. He had like an obscene amount of ice. I'm guessing those statues weren't, one from max like some people. I'm sure every single one of those bad boys was 100% max. So, like, does Supercell replace them, or is he just tough titties you gotta build from scratch? Or I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens to the poor guy's base, or if maybe there's a post out there somewhere where he's just like, all right guys, I've had fun. I've shown that I own all of the boom beaches. Now I am going to go and sail a boat. I don't know why he would sail a boat, but why wouldn't he sail a boat? Also, in very important news, there is a thread in Off Topic. Congratulations to Loops for winning the Boys vs. Girls. With a little bit of help, but that's okay. Loops wins. That's all that matters. I had to say it because I just had to. Anyways, guys, hopefully this has been a nice change of pace instead of just seeing the Dr. T and the Gear Hearts and the things and the stuffs. A few different bases of various base levels where we could just blow things up and, have a good time. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully this has been entertaining. Hopefully it's been helpful in some way, shape, or form. But most importantly, hopefully you guys have a fantastic day.